Hello everybody, this is me, Sarah, that divination witch, back with another reading, this time with Mother Hecate. Mother Hecate is my patron goddess, and if you know me from my main channel, that divination witch, then you will know that about me. Today is not a pick a card reading, it is a collective reading, what you would like us to know. All of my links will be in the description below if you want to get a personal reading from me, as well as my main channel, and I will put all of the decks that I use in the description too. So, Mother Hecate, what is the theme of today's reading? Power. Okay. Power. Power comes in many forms. Power means many different things to many different people. There are people out there that, see power as a literal thing, having power over other people, in a bit more of a corrupt sense, you could say. But power is, to my understanding and what Hecate has led me to do, it is true knowledge and true knowing and being confident with that, with who you are, what you stand for. That is true power to me, at least. But that's the theme for today, so power. Okay. Let's clarify this, Mother Hecate. Power. The Fool. Okay, the Fool is a new beginning, a new start. The Lovers. Okay, self-explanatory. Love. True power is doing what you love. It is being the authentic you. The World, wow. 3 major arcana off the belt. The World is satisfaction. It is having everything you could ever want. Everything you could ever need. It is fulfillment. That is the World. The World is fulfillment. So real power is living authentically in our truth as who we are, as what we stand for, as what I have literally just said has came out. She is telling us, collective, that we have to start being authentically ourselves and living in our truth. King of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles reversed, Justice reversed. Yes, makes complete sense to me. So the King of Pentacles is earth energy. He is a symbol for the patriarchy in this regard. It's a symbol for the world that we live in right now. Ruled by money, ruled by power, as in, businessmen, that kind of vibe, the oligarchy, some people would say. All these big corporations, yes, they do rule us. So whether we like that or not, whether we accept that or not, that is the way of the world, and it's very material based. It is not this, it's material based, and that is not true power. Yes, they may have money and they may be able to call the shots, but in their soul, on a soul level, is that real fulfillment? Is that real understanding of themselves and of humans, of humanity? 9 of Pentacles reversed. 9 of Pentacles is having everything you could ever want and more. It is having riches beyond your wildest dreams, your wildest imagination. And yet it's reversed, because that's false. That is not true power. Money in our matrix can afford opportunities, possibilities that people without money, sadly, don't get at the same level. But people without money can still learn And I don't just mean learning from a book or the internet or whatever. It is a knowledge, a knowing. Spirituality is the soul's journey. It is not you as human in your vessel as you are now, although that is a part of you. Your soul has been here many times before, and it may be here again. And your soul is what has incarnated on this earth. Your soul is the one on the journey. Your soul is the passenger. Justice reversed. Yes, these people, their power is built upon shaky foundations, meaning that if they were stripped of their money, they would have nothing. They may have some sort of foundation because of the money, because of, having that status for a time, but that would fade away. And their soul would be left empty, like a shell kind of thing. You see, the patriarchy, the society we're in, and at least in the Western world, although, I don't think it's just a Western world thing. It's just the time we're in. Money equals power, right? Well, Hecate is saying, no, it doesn't. Money does not equal power. And money does not equal a good person. And money does not equal your soul's fulfillment. You may have the material things, you may have the material resources to achieve some things that others may not be afforded, but on a soul level, that is not power, that is not truth, that is not integrity. So when you see these people, when you hear of these people in the news, in social media, etc., bear that in mind. Okay, so with the power for us, how are we going to be able to curate this, Mother? How are we able to find an opportunity? How is it going to come about? All that jazz. I nearly dropped the cards there. Now this is the What's the Tea Oracle, and let me tell you, it is very direct. Very direct. Okay. Oh, I nearly burned something there. Goodness me. That wanted to come out. Bad reputation. Okay. Nearly set on fire there. No facts. Spiritual hater. In their head. Oh. Okay. Turning the frown upside down. That's what I'm hearing. As in, everyone's got an opinion. This is something I'm learning on my personal path, okay? But nobody has a right to tell you what to do or how to live your life. Not really. Especially in a spiritual sense, especially when it doesn't affect them. You see, a person's spiritual journey is their own. Even if you are in a community that's religious, I know I have a lot of followers on my other channel that are from, say, Christian communities, for example. You can just, go along with appearances, but ultimately what you think and feel inside, in your heart, in your soul, is yours and yours alone. So nobody has the right to preach at you and tell you what to believe and what to do. That is hard to wrap your mind around, especially if you are from such a community. That's just an example. It may not even be a religion thing. It may just be quite a controlling environment or expectations placed upon you, etc. I know not everyone is so privileged to be able to push back those expectations, but internally, what your heart feels and knows is yours, okay? Now, bad reputation, I feel, is people judging you for what you want out of life, what you believe. It's like, again, with the Christian example, and I don't mean to use this as an example all the time, but it's the most obvious one. When people tell you you're going to go to hell because you don't believe in things the same way they do. You may even be a Christian, but you'll still be told you're going to hell because you're not held by their standards, their worldview. And again, this goes back to nobody else having the right to tell you what to do. It also goes back to what we said there about people who may have money and a status of a sort on a soul level. Is that real power? No. Now, it's false. It's no facts. Never has the facts. Make shit up. Lies. That is very true. They will lie about you. They will fabricate things. It's like, for me, as a Hecatean witch, I've been called a Satanist. I've been called evil. All sorts of things. That's just an example. And even those who are on the same path as me or a similar one have called me other names. There will always be people, regardless of the spectrum, regardless of the religion or culture, that are just like this, because it spans beyond just one group of people. This is just people. This is just humans. Humans being humans. Spiritual hater goes in with that. Hate on your spirituality, your magic, light, power, and in their head, overthinking, stressed, overanalyzing. So these are people who will obsess over you, who will want to tear you down to make themselves feel better. Bullies, insecure people, narcissists, that kind of vibe. This is where the opportunity comes in the Fool. You can either crumble and essentially let them win, let them stop you. But then on a soul level for you, that's not power. That's not stepping into your power. Or you can seize that as an opportunity to push back. You don't have to be nasty. You don't have to argue. Because arguments, I have learned, are a lot of wasted energy sometimes. Sometimes, yes, we need to fight our battles sort of thing. We can't let people get away with stuff all the time. But then sometimes it's wasted energy. So in this regard, the energy thrown at you, use it to step more into your power and into your truth and true purpose, because that should drive you more to your authentic self and your true path. Is there anything else? Yes, they are insecure people, drama starter, forcer. These sorts of people are the people who will be melodramatic, who will, again, like tell you you're going to hell, blah, 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 preach on you, that kind of thing. They will force their worldview onto you. This is exactly what I've been saying. These people, they don't really have power, so for them to feel good, for them to feel right, for their purpose to feel right, you could say, they've got to manipulate and try and get you and others to think the way they do. That's how they coerce people and that's how they have power, but that's not real power. Okay. Now, I'm going to just ask if she has anything else to say. I'm going to pull the cards a bit differently this time. Oh, that didn't spread very well. Okay. Okay, one more. Two more. Okay, remember these people, they are deeply insecure, as I've said over and over. Okay, they live in their own little bubble with their own little illusions. Let them get on with it. Okay, really, they have a lack of faith in themselves. They may believe in a higher power, they may preach to you, but ultimately, do they believe in themselves? Do they believe in their soul journey? No, they have no uniqueness to them. They're going along with a crowd. they are sheep, essentially. They will make you feel like you have to comply, otherwise everything's going to come crumbling down, the world's going to end. Again with the, you're going to hell if you don't pray to Jesus every day or whatever. And it's nothing against Jesus, you know. I have nothing against him. I believe that we can worship our deities, our gods, in our own unique way. We don't have to comply with what other people tell us we have to do. You know, we shouldn't have to, you know, go to church every Sunday, for example, if you're a Christian or whatever. And this is the thing, they're going to feed into that uncertainty. They're going to plant seeds of doubt. Surround yourself with people that don't do that. If you are able to. Of course, some of this, you know, depending on your situation, it may be family, it may be people you can't, you know, get away from, so to speak. But remember about energy, and some arguments are not worth fighting in that regard. So let them get on with it. They're not empowered. For you, try to surround yourself with people and even online groups or information, you know, just things that really feed into your soul, into your divine purpose, into who you are and what brings you joy, what brings you fulfillment. That is what you should be looking at, okay? Don't focus on the negativity that others project onto you, because it's a them problem. Your true power is just being you authentically and ignoring those haters. There we go. Thank you so much, Mother Hecate, for the reading today. And thank you everybody for being here, for listening. If you found this useful, if you found it resonated, please hit like, hit subscribe. It'll help this channel grow as well. Like I said at the start, all my links are in the description if you want to check out my other channel and get a reading from me. I've got all sorts going on. And thank you so much again. Thanks, Hecate. Thanks to you. Take care, everybody. Bye.